ado, let's get into it. Number 30, John.
Nope. 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 This list already trash. I'll put the volume up.
YouTube video is muted, I'm sure.
It's completely muted?
Yeah, I can't hear shit.
Hold up.
Down.
Oh, well,
Naturally,
no,
he drops just a bit on my list.
Muted 'cause I can hear you on Discord. I'm stupid as shit. Sorry, bro.
I was like, bro, what? Okay. I already disagree with the list, bro. I already disagree with the list. First pick, John Stockton is not a top 30 player of all time, bro. No. No. Man's a bum. We're gonna keep watching, but if Steve Nash does not make this list and John Stockton is on this list is booty already.
Steve Nash is top 30.
I think Steve Nash is better than fucking John Stockton. That's my only point. Like, it's like I would play so many other players before I put fucking John Stockton, bro. Oh my god.
As modern superstars,
You pissing me off already,
climbing their way
Johnny.
up the
You're
ranks in the
pissing me
last
off
2
already,
years.
Johnny.
Stockton is one of the more controversial players on this list. I've seen the now famous criticism that he doesn't have a left hand. But listen, if Gary Payton says that you're the hardest player he's ever had to guard, then you know what you're doing. Stockton certainly wasn't anything flashy, but he was extremely fundamentally sound throughout the entirety of his career. He's one of those legends who excelled both in longevity and NBA. On top of his remote an NBA championship. With one, he likely would have been in the top 20, but without it, he finds himself at the starting point.
No left
on my
hand.
list. Number 29, Kevin McHale.
All right,
I
that's
feel
a good
like
that's a
myself
good
and
that's a
fans
good
will
one.
understand
That's a
this
good one.
ranking
I can
of
agree with
McHale,
him, top
but
30.
younger fans don't hear enough about the greatness of this legend. Before Nicole,
This is why this person right here is one of the reasons you have to put Larry a little bit lower, bruh. He is a top 7 power forward of all fucking time. The Celtics and Lakers of the 80s were playing on goddamn super teams, and y'all motherfuckers do not hold them back. Y'all do not say, oh, Magic was playing with the greatest center of all time, so he shouldn't be top 10. Y'all do not do that shit for the older players, bruh. And I swear to God, I'm going to be really nasty, bro. I'm going to be really fucking nasty.
Jokic was the standard of efficiency for the big man.
Bird is not top 10. Magic
In
is not
history
top
of the
10.
NBA,
I'm sorry to
only
tell
two
y'all.
Players have averaged more than 20 points per game while shooting over 60% from the field and over 80% from the free throw line. They were Nikola Jokic and Kevin McHale.
Like Larry had 8 good seasons. I think his whole career was like 8 years, actually. I'm not gonna, well, no, actually, because he had some injuries. I think he played 11 years or something, but he only had like 5 to 8 good seasons, bruh. He does not have the longevity, and when he was winning, he was on goddamn super teams.
He was one of the
Fuck
most
is we talking
reliable
about?
low-post threats that the game has ever seen, with footwork that is second only to Hakeem Olajuwon. Along with that, his 8-foot-long wingspan made him a terrifying defender in the painted area. He was also tougher than 99% of the players in the league, as he put up these numbers in the 1987 finals, while playing on a broken foot.
Okay,
Had
that's
6
crazy.
all-defense teams
That's crazy.
and 3 championship rings to his resume, and I'm very comfortable having the man known as the torture chamber this high on the list.
He top 30. He top
Number
30.
28, John Havlicek. If it wasn't for Bill Russell
What year
and
did he
Larry
play?
Bird, then I believe this man would be known as the greatest player in Celtics history. Havlicek was one of the all-time great two-way players, as he was a force from the perimeter on offense and a stifling antagonizer on defense. At his peak, he was averaging 28.9 points per game, and he made...
I don't know
8
too much
all-defense
about
teams
him,
throughout
so I'm
his
not going to
career,
say too
which
much.
is
This
an
is one of the
achievement
players
that
I got to
only a
do
few
my
players
my
have
research
ever
on.
accomplished. More importantly than anything else, he was a pivotal star in the Celtics dynasty days, as he
Oh,
won
Bill
a
Russell.
whopping 8
Okay.
championship rings throughout his
So
playing
he was
career.
playing with
He
Russell.
won his lone Finals MVP in 1974. but he should have won several more, considering how the Finals MVP award wasn't introduced to the NBA until 1969. Without Bill Russell,
Hold on, is they saying Havlicek might have been the real key to them winning? I'm just saying.
John
Hold
Havlicek
on.
wouldn't be as successful as he was. But without John Havlicek, Bill Russell
He
wouldn't have been as successful
as he was.
either.
Oh God.
Number 27,
What are we doing?
Dirk Nowitzki.
Okay, this is fair.
legend was so
This
ahead
is
of his
fair
time,
placement for
and
Dirk.
This MVP
This is a
winning
fair
seven-footer
placement.
was one of the greatest perimeter shooters that the game has ever seen.
Top 5
He
power
was
forward of all
certainly a
time.
more capable defensive player in his youth. But as he aged and as much of his quickness left him, he began to devolve into a below-average defensive player, which keeps him from being higher on my list. With that being said, Dirk has one of, if not the, most impressive title runs in NBA history, where he led his Dallas Mavericks to defeat the super team Miami Heat in 2011. For his career as a whole,
One of the greatest
he made a total
championship
12
runs of all
All-NBA
time.
teams, while putting up over 31,000 points, earning him the 6th spot on the NBA's all-time scoring list. Number 26. Nikola
Too low.
Jokic.
Too low.
This man wasn't
Too
even
low.
in the top 50 2 years ago.
Too low.
Which tells you how great he's been of late.
I agree.
Simply, he's one of the most efficient and well-rounded offensive players that the game has ever seen, as he can distribute as well as just about anyone, while being an extremely accurate scorer from all areas of the court. He's won 2 MVPs and now a Finals MVP, while delivering the Denver Nuggets their first championship in franchise history. The only thing holding him back is his defensive play. That leaves much to be desired. With that being said, the Joker is the youngest player on this entire list, which means he has plenty of time to skyrocket up my list, which I believe he'll do. After all, Michael Jordan was the same age as
Watch his
Nikola
next
Jokic
one.
when
His
he
next
won
one's
his
gonna be like
first
Giannis or
championship ring.
something.
Number 25.
The fuck did I just say? The fuck did I just say? Bro, why are you doing this, Johnny? Johnny, we need to have a talk, bro. What is this? Jokic and Giannis are too low, bruh. They are too low, bruh. They're too low.
Giannis. Due to recency bias, it might not be a popular opinion to have Giannis ranked slightly ahead of Jokic. But based on their accolades and their complete body of work so far,
I would have them right
believe
next to each
Giannis
other.
maintains a
I
slight
think I have
edge.
Jokic a little
He has
bit above.
more All-NBA
but-
selections, infinitely more All-Defense Team selections, an equal amount of MVPs, and an equal amount of championships, while being way ahead on the statistical all-time lists. Due to his recent failure, and yes, I will call it a failure, in the first round of the playoffs,
That was
Giannis
really
hasn't
bad.
done any
That was a
climbing
terrible
up the
look for
list
you,
since I
Giannis.
originally did my 50 greatest. But he is the second youngest player in this group of 30, so I know for a fact that the two-way Greek freak is far from done climbing my list. Number 24, Kevin Garnett.
I'm sorry to say it, bro, but Giannis and Jokic are both over KG, bro. I'm taking Giannis or Jokic over KG, bro. What is
KG
we
a
doing?
player who I tend to rank higher than most people. One of my hottest takes is that there really isn't much of a difference between Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett. It's just that one spent the majority of his playing days in the perpetually failing Minnesota organization, while the other had the stability and support of San Antonio.
Like, I get it. He does have more talent. He did have more talent than Tim Duncan, the greatest power forward of all time, right? He did have more talent than him. But losing still has to be a big, like, factor in a top 30, right? Like, you can't lose that much, bro. You cannot be losing that much. Like, I don't know.
KG literally led the Timberwolves in every major stat category while he was in Minnesota. And then, when he finally joined a team built to contend, he immediately won the Defensive Player of the Year award and the championship, as he was just exiting the prime of his career. With him being one of the most well-rounded players players on him. Number 23, Karl Malone.
No. 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 I would honestly probably, I don't know about Havlicek. I would put Malone. I don't know if Malone should be top 30, but I'd put him like at 29 or
Yeah,
exactly.
Over any of the people that they had for.
Over KG, Giannis, Jokic, Dirk. Like, you are just sucking off. You're just sucking off the fact how many fucking points he scored in his career, bitch. Like, no, bruh. He was not that good. He was not that good.
Jokic or Giannis, that's insane.
Jokic, Giannis, KG, Dirk. I'm taking all 4 or 5 of those players over fucking Carl, bro.
The mailman actually dropped a couple spots.
I don't even want to hear this
If he
shit.
was
I don't even
healthy,
want to hear
he's
this
now winning
shit.
a
Your ass.
championship ring. But without one, it certainly limits his ranking on the all-time list. Number 22, David Robinson.
Okay,
It was
this
only
is fair.
recently
This
that
is
I
fair.
realized how controversial
I'm taking Jokic, Giannis, Dirk, and KG over David Robinson as well. But he deserves to be top 30.
my higher ranking of Robinson is. Regardless of moments where he was outshined in the postseason, the Admiral still managed to get
Bro, Hakeem shitted on him so
championship
bad.
rings,
Oh my
while being one
god.
of the greatest rim protectors in NBA history. He made 8 all-defense teams throughout his career, and was the Defensive Player of the Year in 1992, which are achievements that Nikola Jokic can only dream of, which is who many people claimed.
What was that dick suck? What was that dick suck, Johnny? What the fuck was that dick suck? Did you hear this, man?
Defense teams throughout his career, and was the Defensive Player of the Year in 1992, which are achievements that Nikola Jokic can only dream of, which is who many.
You know what are achievements David Robinson could only dream of?
Oh my
Being a leader on a fucking championship team by himself. He had to wait until the greatest power forward of all time joined his team and completely outshined him to win a fucking ring. What are we doing? What are we doing, Johnny? What are we doing? That dick suck was crazy.
Many people
Nah,
claim
bro. Nah, bro. Oh my god, bro.
Like, why? What fuck Jokic for? Like,
Literally, like,
Jokic had such a
what the fuck? That was
should have ahead
insane.
of Robinson, but I don't believe he's earned that just yet. On top of Robinson's proven resume is an MVP award and a high ranking on many of the all-time statistical
Jokic over.
lists.
Jokic over.
Number 21, Dwayne Wade. Remember how I said Malone dropped an extra spot? Well, Dwayne Wade was the reason why, as I'm starting to feel like I ranked him too low on my original list.
I think I'm taking Jokic over Wade, bro. I think I'm taking Jokic and Giannis over Wade. I don't know about KG or Dirk, but I'm taking Jokic and Giannis over Wade, bro.
The Flash was a solid two-way player and is in the conversation with Michael Jordan as the greatest shot-blocking guards in NBA history. He won 3 NBA championships, had an epic Finals MVP performance in 2006, and many people forget that he was probably the MVP of the 2008 Redeem Team, although Kobe and LeBron seemed to get all the shine. In a league with great former two guards,
No,
like
Wade was
Kobe
going
Bryant
crazy
and
in the
Michael
play- in
Jordan,
the
it's easy
Olympics.
for Wade to be taken for granted, which is why I'm moving him a bit up my list. Number 20, Charles Barkley. Until the
Barkley.
day I die, I'll be telling people that
KG and Dirk are better power forwards than Barkley, bro. What are we doing? Oh my gosh. Barkley definitely deserves to be top 30, but again, you named 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 players that should be above him.
Charles Barkley was so much better than most people realize. Early in his career, he was a remarkable blend of strength, speed, and athleticism. He's, quote, officially listed as 6'6", yet Barkley himself said that he's around 6'4", regardless of which I really is rated during his prime. Add in the 1993 MVP, and I'm more than comfortable putting a round mound of rebound in my top 20. Number 19, Kevin Durant. He's one of the most skilled and most difficult players to guard that the league has ever
KD at
seen.
19.
He was the league MVP in 2014, and just a season prior, he had a 50-40-90 year while averaging 28 points per game. He has won the NBA
That's
championship
too low for
twice
KD, bro.
and was the
That's too
Finals
low for
MVP
KD, bro.
on both occasions. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those people who don't believe that all rings are created equal. Joining a 73-9 team that just beat you when you choked away a massive series lead.
Keep this same energy for Magic and Bird. Keep this same fucking energy, bro. Please.
Is not something that I'm simply gonna look past, and I'm certainly never gonna forget it. If Durant had won a ring before or after, then it would do a lot to validate himself, but he hasn't done that, which is why he isn't higher on my list, regardless of his tremendous top 10 capable talent. Number 18, Elgin Baylor. For his size, he may have been the greatest rebounder to ever live, as he got as high as 19.8 rebounds per game, at only the height of 6'5". Along
that's
with that,
insane.
Baylor was the most prolific
20
scorer in
rebounds a
Lakers
game is
history
insane.
until Kobe Bryant showed up, as he has the NBA Finals record for the most points scored in a Finals game with a total of 61. Essentially, Elgin
Okay.
Baylor is what
That's
you get
gas.
if Michael Jordan gave Dennis Rodman some of his scoring ability, and for this reason, I have him higher on my list than most people typically do. Number 17, Oscar Robertson. He was one of the most well-rounded offensive threats that the game has ever seen. Everyone talks
Bro.
about his triple-double.
Bro, Oscar should not be this high, bro. Oscar's top 30. The Big O, he deserves some respect, bro, but Dwayne Wade, KD, KG, Giannis, Jokic, Dirk. I'm taking them all over Big O, bro. I don't know what that triple-double stat dick suck be doing to y'all.
Double
bro.
season in 1962. But what people usually fail to consider is how he averaged a 30-point triple-double over the course of his first 6 seasons in the
Dick
NBA.
suck.
Talk about taking the league by storm. With more championships, he would certainly be much higher on my list. He finally got his first championship in 1971 as a member of the Milwaukee Bucks. And although Oscar was certainly a contributing star, he wasn't the leader of that team, as that was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Regardless, his statistical impact is one that hasn't been matched at the point guard position, which is why it wouldn't be a solid top 20 without him. Number 16, Isaiah Thomas. My life has turned into some
Okay.
kind of a sick joke where now I, of all people, have become one of the biggest defenders of Isaiah's legacy. I hated this
Isaiah
guy
deserves to be
as
this
he
high.
was the face
Isaiah
of the
deserves to
Bad
be
Boy
this high.
Pistons. With that being said, I couldn't deny his talent, as
Isaiah
Isaiah
deserves to
was
be
one of the
high.
greatest dual threats that the game
Where are you saying, Skittles?
Isaiah does, but not Dolph Shays. Oh my
Bro,
has ever seen, as he could destroy you by dropping 20 assists in a
Dolph
game,
Shays, my
and then the
mom,
next
yeah.
game, he'll destroy you by scoring 40 points. This all-time great ball handler led his Pistons to back-to-back championships in the late 80s, and if it wasn't for the phantom foul, he probably would have won 3 straight. He's also one of the most clutch performers of all time, like when he set the NBA Finals record by scoring 25 points in a quarter on a
One
swollen
quarter.
ankle. Or like when he dropped 16 points in just 94 seconds of a pivotal NBA playoff game. I watched it.
IT
I
was
read
like
it,
that,
and
bro.
I firmly believe that
Isaiah
Isaiah
was like that,
one of
bro.
the best to ever do it. Number
He is.
15, Julius Erving. Notice how this video is not titled the 30 greatest NBA players of all time. If it was, I would have to have the doctor much lower on this list. But when you include his ABA accomplishments, he has one of the most impressive careers of all time. Between the two leagues, he has 16 All-Star appearances, 4 league MVPs, and 3 championship rings. Along with that, he was one of the most dynamic high flyers, and the man was scary in fast break situations.
I'm not gonna lie, when I'm going back and learning about this shit, I'm not gonna look at the ABA, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna look at the ABA.
Dunking on anyone and everyone who stood in his path. He was also a member of the nearly undefeated 1983 76ers, who some Philly fans still believe is the greatest NBA team of all time. Number 14, Moses Malone. I'm so tired of hearing people's lists of the greatest centers of all time, and somehow he keeps getting omitted from it. Moses wasn't just one of the greatest
Johnny boy. Jokic over. Jokic over.
rebounders in league history, but I believe he was objectively the greatest offensive rebounder of all time, which is a trait you just can't overappreciate, as any team would love to have that many second chance opportunities. He was a pretty darn good scorer too, as he got as high as 31.1 points per game in 1982.
Oh shit.
For his career as a whole, he won 6 rebounding titles. He was a 3-time league MVP, and he was the finals MVP of the championship-winning 1983 76ers. Number 13, Jerry West. Anyone who objectively watches his highlights and pays attention to his skills can see that West was so ahead of his time. Jerry had fantastic mechanics on his jumper and was extremely crafty at getting the shots he wanted. Quite simply, he was one of the greatest scorers and playoff scorers to ever live. The underrated part of his game, though, was his defensive ability. Jerry was arguably the best pickpocket during his playing days, and he was a remarkably sneaky, though at point select member of the, and he's certainly on my list. Steph.
I'm about to click off this video.
This man about to blow a gasket.
I'm about to click off this video. Oh my god.
Man saw 12 and he was like, oh no, it's up.
Oh my god.
Tell him to not get beat by the Lakers next year. Maybe you can go up in ranking. And God, come on.
Jimmy, what are we doing? What are we doing here, my guy? What are we doing, bro?
Hey, man.
Nah, bro. Nah, bro. You not about to keep that same energy. Shaq at 11? Oh my. Jimmy.
I don't even know who he got in his top 10.
Jimmy, this is egregious. This is egregious. He gonna have both Bill and Will. Hakeem at 10?
He has the fewest championship rings of any player in my top 12. But I don't believe that's any fault of his own.
No, it doesn't make sense. Hakeem is the second greatest center of all time.
The dream was devoid of superstar talent help.
This man got Kareem, Will, and Bill above him.
Sure, he had Ralph Sampson very early on, but it didn't take long for Sampson.
He put, that's why I said what I said, Skittles. He put Wilt, Bill, and Kareem above him. Those are 3 centers. Hakeem would be the 4th center. Hakeem has the 4th center. Yes, Russell was a center.
Since back issues to ruin that. Of players who won back-to-back championships, Hakeem Olajuwon was the only player to do it while not having a single All-Star teammate. He was a beast in many aspects, as he not only among one of the top 3 in specific.
Bro, Jimmy, you literally said it, bro. Not. Oh wait, I think your name is Johnny. I'm sorry, Johnny. Johnny boy.
Switched him to Jimmy out of nowhere.
Johnny boy. You said it earlier, right? Not all rings are created the same, bro. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta do a little history lesson for motherfuckers, cause motherfuckers tripping out right now. Motherfuckers tripping out right now. Was it this one? Was it this one? Western Conference. No, it might have been the year before, actually. Hold on. Yeah, it was this one. It was this one right here. Okay. Okay. So, as you can see here, who did the Trailblazers have? I think the Trailblazers might have had Chris Dudley, Clifford Robinson. No, I don't. Dudley might have been a decent center, though. But basically, right, you have him right here. And in 2 years, Hakeem shitted on the greatest centers of this era. Ewing, David Robinson, Shaq. He made all of them look like fucking bitches. Like they were just average players, just shitting on them offensively and defensively. Oh my god, bro. There ain't no way. There ain't no way.
That's gonna have an aneurysm.
There ain't no fucking way, bro.
But he nearly had two
Hakeem's the second
in the
greatest
same
center of
month.
all time,
He's
bro.
one
I think
of the
Hakeem's better
top
than
three
Kareem,
greatest
but
defensive players in league history.
it's kind of hard to
And he was
argue that
often
one.
among the league leaders in scoring as well, which very few did. The big fundamental Houston even regrets it. Number 9, Tim Duncan. The big fundamental was the model of consistency in the
Duncan
game of
at 9
basketball,
is,
as he
not
earned
that
himself 15 all-defense teams and won 5 NBA championships over the span of 16 years. His 2003 postseason was one of the most dominant playoff stretches, as he historically crushed the New Jersey Nets, nearly getting the only quadruple-double in NBA playoff history. Thanks to a talented supporting cast, Duncan was able to compete for championships long after his prime days were behind him, which is why I don't have him ranked as high as some others might. Still, Duncan certainly deserves a spot in the top 10. Number 8, Kobe Bryant. I moved the Mamba up a spot since my last list, as I figured I had him a bit too low. In terms of his peak, I believe Kobe has a solid argument for a spot in the top 5. But when you look at his career as a whole, it's not quite as glamorous and solid or well enough. As Kobe led his Lakers,
That's why I'm going to be Larry Bird. Magic at
The
7?
entirety of
You have Larry over Magic? Ain't no way.
his career, Magic was competing for NBA championships. In my opinion, he has the best single playoff performance of all time, as he dropped this stat line in Game 6 of the 1980 Finals, which he did as a rookie while filling in for an injured Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at center.
That was a
Magic
legendary
was the
performance.
embodiment of playing the game the right way, as he specialized in making his teammates better. For his career, he won 5 NBA championships. He was the Finals MVP
Curry
3 times,
over.
and
Curry
he won
over.
3 league MVPs. Magic also made 9 trips to the NBA Finals before his first retirement. And for
Can't really say
perspective,
that after he was
Magic
just
only
mentioning
played
making his
12
teammates
seasons
better.
before that first
Curry makes his teammates better too.
retirement. Some have him ranked even higher than I do, but for me personally, a lack of solid defensive prowess is what limits his ranking. Number 6, Larry Bird. I know
That's because he was less stressed. Because he knew he was going to win that ring. That man had no concerns. He was ready.
The thing is too, I feel like
He's in a better mental space or something, or whatever this argument is. Oh, he knows he'll have other people scoring. Doesn't mean that he didn't have a great year and an efficient year. He was a walking
Yeah.
30.
I think Andrew Wiggins is a better example of him making his teammates better. Tommy, this man, they take out KD, they put in Andrew Wiggins, who everybody up until this point thinks he's a fucking bust. He joins the Warriors and becomes like the second best player on the fucking Warriors team that year,
it's a hot take.
and they won a ring. Like Curry won a ring with Harrison Barnes, Andrew Wiggins, fucking Andrew
Harrison
Bogut.
Barnes was kind of going crazy on my 2K team.
Since he joined the team.
Not shit. Not shit. He has not done shit since leaving the Warriors because Curry makes his teammates better.
to have him ranked over Magic. But the thing about Larry Bird is that he player.
Bird and Magic should not be top 10. If they are top 10, one of them should. If one of them is top 10, like I would only put one of them, and then the other one would be like 11, 12, right? But both of them should not be top 10. They carried by super teams. Bird does not have the longevity. Oh my God.
Consider him in the top 3. Number 5, Bill Russell. Let me just say this plainly.
You got Wilt over Bill?
Efficient league-leading scorer
How?
can easily be my
How?
choice as my list.
How?
I can't people
How?
could call Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. When it's
Don't tell me you have
third
Wilt
one,
over
it's
Kareem.
Fine,
Don't.
because I'm not pumping the brakes on this so-called crazy train. To me, Wilt Chamberlain is far greater than people
Hey, you
usually
said he
give him
ain't pumping
credit
no
for.
brakes on that crazy
Stop and
train.
think
Yes,
about what an
sir.
average of 50 points and 25 rebounds looks
Come on,
like
that's
on a
my
nightly
goat.
basis.
Come on, Johnny.
I don't think people actually take the time to fathom that. Wilt broke so many records.
Yes, sir.
We have no proof of the 100-point game. We don't got no proof this man actually averaged 50 points a season. Where is the footage, Johnny? Where is the footage? God damn it,
Such
bro.
no proof.
Johnny problem.
I mean, he wants to rank him so goddamn high. So he must have seen something that I didn't fucking see.
Records throughout
Well,
his
you don't know
career
Johnny is
that they
70,
just started
so-
calling him the record book.
Oh my God,
People
bro.
try to
This
belittle
man
his
is literally
accomplishments
like,
and
he
make
has
sense
to be
of
in
it
his
by
50s
saying
at
that he played
least.
against weaker competition. But when you consider that Wilt played against Bill Russell, Walt Bellamy, and Nate Thurmond each around 12 to 16 times per season, then you start to realize just how impressive his accomplishments were. Honestly, I could elaborate on Wilt's ranking endlessly.
Question to this guy, because to me he kind of sounds like think before you sleep.
Ugh.
What do you mean a thing
You guys
before
know
you
who
sleep?
that is? Do you
No,
know
I
who
don't
that
know
is?
that.
Yeah.
He's so cringe. He's just a cringe like incel YouTube channel.
Oh.
I need you to stop watching those things, Tommy. I'm not gonna hold you.
Bro, I
But
don't
if you've
watch
seen
him,
any of my
I
Wilt
watch
videos
people, like,
before,
making
you
fun of him.
Alright, so from what we've gathered from Johnny so far, how is he going to have it? You guys think he's going to put Braun at
I think he's
2?
putting Braun above
You
him.
think he's putting Braun above
I think he
Michael?
got Braun at 1.
No.
The Coffee thinks Braun is
He's
second on his
definitely Braun at
list?
1, I believe.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think he can have FGM.
Let's
At
see.
some point, he's gonna like say something that Michael Jordan's gonna be like, which LeBron couldn't dream of doing.
You know, just throwing some Braun dick suck at the end. Oh my God, bro. I don't know, man. Him putting Wilt at 3 really just like blew my whole fucking mind. Like I don't even know what to expect anymore, bro.
get it. Number
LeBron
2,
at 2.
A couple years
Shit.
ago, I had
Okay,
LeBron
okay.
fans all up in their feelings when I
was
ranked him
hoping.
4th on my list. Honestly,
believe.
that was less about a negative view of LeBron and more about my positive views
Alright.
of Kareem and Wilt. At this point, though, LeBron has built up such a body of work that he has to be at least. in
I
the
agree.
second spot.
LeBron's the second
He's
greatest
earned
player
an
of all
absurd
time. I agree with
19
that.
All-Star selections. He's won 4 NBA championships, 4 Finals MVPs, and 4 league MVPs. He's now the NBA's all-time leading scorer, the all-time leading playoff scorer, and he's up to the 4th spot on the NBA's all-time assists list. Honestly, there is an argument for LeBron to take the number 1 spot, and I truly believe
There's a hard
but that
argument.
argument would have to focus on the complete body of work of his NBA career so far, which is only becoming more impressive the longer he plays. For me, peak performance is what's most important though, which takes us to our number 1 spot.
What were you saying, Kobe?
To the 3-1 comeback, and then watching him throughout the entire playoffs, like, do it the usual LeBron shit he always does, but also shoot over 40% from 3. That's what he,
Oh, you're saying that stretch? You're saying that stretch from like 2016 to 2018? Like it was
But
a 3-1
especially
comeback.
where he was like averaging a triple double in the playoffs, shooting 40% from three.
He might have been shooting close to 40. If he was shooting 40% from 3, that's kind of fucking.
No, I think it was up to.
I think it might have been like 38. Oh, okay.
In the champion,
LBJ.
that might have brought the overall numbers down. But yeah, that man was straight up catching.
2015-16 3-point percentage right here.
He's also not.
34. Let me see if
Oh,
you
see
can
right
look
there,
at.
20 bro shot 41% right there.
That was the year after. That's what I was talking. That's why I asked you if you were talking about the stretch because I agree. That's
Oh, where they lost.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. So this stretch, 2015 to 18, him in the playoffs, bro. This is like, actually, you can throw in this last Miami year too. These 4 years, like, bro. Braun was shitting, bro. Like this is probably the best Braun. 2014 to 2018. That's probably the best Braun, bro.
Did they
That
only
man.
win MVP one of those years also?
Yeah, he won his last MVP in like 2012, 2013, maybe.
Yeah, and it was just like this man was definitely dominating for like
4
a couple
times
years.
MVP.
And the league was like, nah, I close my eyes.
It was just voter fatigue. It was just voter fatigue. LeBron James. Let me see. He won it one of the Miami years, and that was the last time he ever won it. Let's see.
Tell us MVPs.
Right here. 2013. 2012-13, yep. Okay.
Which is like a wild.
Oh yeah. This was the year LeBron almost became the first unanimous MVP, but one of the voters put their first place vote for Carmelo Anthony instead. That shit was so funny.